Hi, welcome to Professor Kev Show. I got my friend Jenny with us from Literacy Rising. Good afternoon, Jenny. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Professor. So I founded Literacy Rising in 2024 this summer because I come from an area where like our test scores are 2 times lower than our state average. For example, our reading proficiency skills at my high school is a 70%, while the state is like a 50%. I'm from Illinois, so our state is pretty educated, but I'm from the South, not from Chicago.
Hmm.
So here, our education is not to the state standards. So in order to help with that, I founded Literacy Rising, which is to spread the love of reading to underserved communities such as mine, and I hope to expand this throughout overseas. And I do this by creating worksheets and building libraries around town. Well, as of right now, there's one being built in the spring of 2025. So I plan to build more libraries like in rural areas around the nation, but I hopefully want to build more libraries in overseas. So,
So I
and
have a follow-up question on the libraries. Like in my community, we have, they call them little libraries, where it's like an outdoor box that you can just go and take books out of.
yeah,
Is that what your library is like? Are they bigger? Describe the library so people understand what it is.
oh, of course. So our libraries are well, my organization ships them from Amazon and then we build it. So it's kind of like a box, but it's more durable. It's made out of plastic instead of wood,
Uh,
and there's like a door where you can open it and buy books. I mean, when you get books, and the books are free and you can leave them.
what may surprise you, Jenny, is I'm a fan of that.
Right?
I was on vacation and there's a free library on one of the streets I was walking on, and I went over like, hey, I'd like to read this book. So I read it and then I brought it and put it back in. So, like you said, just having access to it, I may not have gone to the library to look for that book, but because I was walking by and I stopped and looked in, and go, hey, that's a book I'd be interested in. To your point, it's encouraging more reading. So it's just kind of funny that I am a big fan of that.
That's great to hear. Well, I'm glad that someone like you and someone that's in grade school both share interest into the mini library because that just shows that reading is for everyone and not just for kids. And I think reading is fundamental because it builds vocabulary, comprehension, and imagination. And of course, you need it for standardized testing, like the ACT, which is coming up soon for me. Yeah.
So next question, I call it crystal ball, Jenny. What do you
Yeah.
hope to accomplish in the future with your idea?
Well, I hope to get enough funding to establish a book vending machine. Have you seen what those are?
Yes, I've seen one in one of the high schools I've been in. That's amazingly cool.
Oh, thank you. So it's very expensive, but it's like a very big goal we hope to achieve in this year. So we're working on funding for that and through like donations and like fundraising. S- And the books are gonna be free, but in order to get a book, you have to get like those tokens, which are awarded by the teachers based on like good behavior. So just to it's to get students to love reading.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. So Jenny, how can people reach out there? How can I learn more? How can I help?
So on my website called literacyrising.org, there's a contact tab where you can click on it and you can submit a message to me. Yeah.
Awesome. Jenny, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call into the show. And as always,
Okay.
thanks for being my friend.
Thank you.